It really might be happening. Fortnite and Superman will be collaborating once again, this time from the upcoming DCU film by James Gunn. Leakers have found a new skin based off of his look in the upcoming movie and a mythic ability that turns you into Superman himself. The film will be releasing this summer on July 11th, which means that this collab will most likely drop around then. Now I know that this news is very exciting for both DC and Fortnite fans, as whether you were able to obtain the original Superman skin from the Chapter 2 Season 7 Battle Pass or not, everyone will now have another chance to experience playing as Superman again in Fortnite. Not only that, but this information leads us to believe that even more DC content could be coming to the game once again. Recently, Fortnite and DC's relationship has been picking up again, as over the past couple of months, we've gotten a handful of skins make a return, including remixed skins, like the feudal Gotham set. So you already know that when they drop this DCU Superman collab, it's going to do extremely well. With all of this talk about DC and Fortnite, it's got me feeling excited again for the possibility of more characters we could see enter this universe. I know many people have made videos talking about a what if scenario where Fortnite makes an entire season based off of DC, and honestly, I can see that happening more and more as time goes by. But for today's video, I want to talk about my top 10 characters that I would like to see join this game's roster, and see how content can be made surrounding these skins. In this list, there's going to be fan favorites, characters that were missing, and characters that will create for some amazing gameplay features. Now before we get into it, I do want to say that I am not a DC expert. I would say that I'm a pretty big fan, but I certainly don't understand everything. So please feel free to share your knowledge with me and everyone else in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 10, we have Shazam. Saw the first Shazam movie, haven't watched the second, but from what I remember, he's a funny character. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of this character or his portrayal in the films, but I thought it was pretty unique. Since Black Adam already has his skin and a handful of cosmetics to go along with him, it would only be fair for Shazam to make his appearance. I think he could work well being added alongside Superman and Black Adam into the item shop one day. And in terms of gameplay, it would be really cool to have a Shazam mythic that allows you to disappear and gain the powers of Shazam like light, speed, and lightning. Now, coming in at number 9, we have a character that I feel like also doesn't get a lot of love, mostly because of his portrayal in film, Green Lantern, an original member of the Justice League who will also be present in the upcoming Superman film. With that alone, he should without a doubt come to the game soon, possibly with Superman. I've always found him to be an interesting character. Apparently there's like multiple Green Lanterns, so like different versions, which would be really cool to have as either different skins or alternate styles. The ring could easily be a mythic that allows you to fly and create energy constructs. Just imagine a reusable shield bubble with you at all times that can be turned into a hammer to whack people with. I mean, so many possibilities. I'd be fine with whatever version they give us, and just imagine approaching his NPC as Deadpool, just a fun Easter egg Epic could toy around with if they'd like. Next up for our number 8 entry, we have Kid Flash. Yes, I know we have Flash already in the game, but we gotta get his sidekick, Wally West. You guys can come at me all you want, but personally, I preferred Kid Flash's costume over Barry Allen's. The yellow just pops, especially in contrast with the red, and I find the touch of hair flowing out when he runs to be way cooler than Barry's helmet. Petition to give him an emote where he's holding all the things the Flash uses in his quick bite emote and watch them get stolen over time would be hilarious. In terms of gameplay, I guess they can make a medallion that grants super speed, maybe make it so it looks like a blur instead of sprinting at high speeds so it doesn't look goofy, and have a cooldown for it for obvious reasons. But coming in at number 7, we have a team who has dealt with Kid Flash before. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Teen Titans series, I present to you the Hive 5. Now I know that there are different iterations of the Hive, but I would really like to see the versions from the Teen Titans show the most. With DC skins in the game, they usually give us comic accurate versions, but with this recent addition of Adventure Time, I'm sure animated series versions are on the table. Jinx, Mammoth, and Gizmo seem like a good start if they choose to go with comic accuracy. But if they go the animated route, then the likes of Billy Numerous, Eyesore, and Kid Wicked could also be added as well. Now, if you know the Hive, you would probably think that Gizmo would be too small to make the cut. But if you know Gizmo, they can easily make him some sort of mech to be the same height as everyone else. Whatever incarnations or amount of characters we get, I'd be fine with, but I personally would love to see the ones that I listed. Their base or tower even from Teen Titans Go would be a really sick location on the map, and would be a great parallel to the Titans Tower if that were to ever get added in as well. Not to mention that we already have most of the Titans in game, so it's time to start adding in some of their rivals. Maybe if Fortnite ever does a DC season, this wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, coming in at number 6, we have Terra. I mostly am familiar with this character from the Teen Titans show, but I dig the looks she has in various comics. Black and white or black and yellow, all clean to me, so whichever they pick, I'd be down with. Fortnite has given us earthbending abilities with Toph during the Avatar collab, so to see them tackle a form of that again with Terra would be lots of fun. Even if it's like the Force ability that lifts rocks to throw, would be fine. We know it's doable. Coming in at number 5, we have Blue Beetle. Spider-Man gets so much love in Fortnite, I mean for obvious reasons, but it's surprising that this game still hasn't touched Blue Beetle. It's baffling that Epic didn't take advantage of him during the live action film back in 2023. There is so much potential for this character to shine and make tons of content off of. The Buster Sword from the film as a harvesting tool, the Scarab's wings as a glider, its pincers as both the backbling and emote, similar to how they're handled with the Iron Spider. And for an awesome mythic, the Scarab itself, Kajida. When obtained, grants the ability to create energy cannons or other various tools at your disposal. Definitely would love to see him get added, as I really did like the movie he was portrayed in. But I would love for our number 4 entry to be added in even more. Coming in at number 4, we have Titans East. More specifically, the versions from the Teen Titans show again, but I'd be open to have the comic book versions as well. Bumblebee, Aqualad, Speedy, and Mas Imenos. Bumblebee and Speedy sets would be easy alley-oops. Aqualad would be great for players who missed out on Aquaman back in Chapter 2 Season 3. And a funny idea for Mas Imenos to work would basically be to have them stand on top of each other. Either that, or if Fortnite doesn't like having these versions in the game as they look like little kids, then they could use the new Speed Force comic versions instead. I think all of these guys would be extremely popular and sell incredibly well. Now down to the top 3. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Peacemaker. Fan favorite character amongst many DC fans, could easily be adapted using John Cena's model, will without a doubt sell well, and has a pretty good shot at making it in, with James Gunn wanting to include the show's version in his cinematic universe. He even has his own spray in the game, as well as some of his team members from the Suicide Squad. But coming in at number 2, we have another character that has been robbed for a while now of not making it into the game with the rest of his team. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Cyborg, a member of the Justice League and was even in the Justice League movie. Yet they gave everyone else a skin and cosmetics but him. One of the most popular characters in the Teen Titans, and I know that if Epic were to design a skin for him, it would go insanely hard, possibly being the best one out of the Titans we have in the game so far. Tons of potential for gameplay features with this guy. I mean, just look at him. Definitely, we need a Cyborg skin in the near future. And now we get to our final entry, coming in at the number 1 spot. I believe that this character deserves to be added the most out of anyone else on this list. Many of you may probably know who this is. The DC character that I feel like needs to come into the game 100% is none other than Robin himself. Come on, Batman, but no Robin. Teen Titans, but no Robin. Even Eminem gets a variant of this character, but not the Robin himself. So incredibly easy to make a full set with this hero. Cape backbling, different edit styles based off of different appearances. Bow staff as the harvesting tool. And in terms of gameplay, the Titans Tower as a location on the map. If Fortnite does ever make a DC season, which I feel like is extremely possible, this has to be a POI on the map. Him and Cyborg are the only ones left to complete this team, and I know both will sell incredibly well. My guess is that they are in fact saving him for a DC season. I mean, such an iconic character like that deserves that treatment. And imagine if we could get a Red X version or Nightwing. Those might have to be separate characters, but I'd be totally down for them to be added in as well. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. This has been my wish list for characters that I would love to see get added into Fortnite, and characters that we absolutely need at this point. There's a ton of potential for all of these guys if Epic were to add them as not only skins, but implemented with the gameplay side of things. And I know that the DC universe has a ton more characters that Epic could choose from and incorporate into the game. So let me know down below who or what would you like to see get added into Fortnite from the DC universe. Very excited for the leaked upcoming Superman collab, and I hope this means a brighter future towards more DC collaborations making its way to the game. I want to thank all of you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and use code TrulyMystic in the item shop if you would like to support me there. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's TrulyMystic, and until then, peace.